Welcome to MBG Moves. I'm Maeve, lead trainer at P-Volve, and I'm so excited to guide you through an active recovery today for your menstrual phase. So we'll be moving in a way that allows you to contract and release through your abdominals to boost circulation, reduce any inflammation or bloating, and most importantly, move in a way that supports what's happening hormonally right now. So please join me down on your knees, or you can sit in a tall seated position. And just please bring your hands down into your lower abdominal area. And I encourage you to just close your eyes with me and begin to just gently move your hands around, starting to drop the breath down into the belly. Notice if you are gripping in your abdominals. Try and just sit comfortably, let any tension go, and just bring that awareness down into this area. Keep this going. So within your menstrual phase, our hormones are at their lowest. So you may be feeling that lack of energy, maybe a little bit of fatigue. So instead of fighting that and maybe going and jumping into a higher intensity workout today or throughout this phase, I encourage you to listen in and start to acknowledge really what your body is asking for. When you're ready, please open your eyes and meet me in a tabletop position. I'm going to turn to the side. So shoulders over the wrists, pressing through your hands. Let's begin taking a big inhale, arcing through your back. And on your exhale, contracting and pulling up and in through the abdominals. Keep your breath flowing through this movement. And contracting as you round. Move at a speed that feels best on your body today. So move when you feel compelled. Let's take about 2 more. So as you're following along with me today, move at a speed that feels good, and just keep that breath flowing. When you're ready, go ahead and just find a long spine here and take one leg forward. So I'm going to shift my weight forward into my hands, keeping my knee tracking in line with my second and third toe. And just very gently start to find a circular motion throughout your body. Being aware not to dump too much that you're arching into your low back. And then you can reverse. So I am just finding this circular motion in my hips, finding some space in the pelvis, and maybe you experience a little bit of low back sensitivity when you have your period. So again, moving in a way that just opens up the hips through the abs is going to help alleviate that. When you're ready, please go ahead and just sit on up. And just walk your leg forward and then squeeze your glutes here. I'm gonna turn back to face you. So find that squeeze of your back glute and square your hips. Let's go ahead and begin by stretching up, pressing the pelvis forward on an inhale. And on your exhale, push it back, squeezing those shoulder blades. Let's do 6 more. So as you're doing this, focus again back down into that center. Stretching through your abdominals and reaching up through your arms, and then gently shifting back. Feeling that breath flowing through the entirety of your body here. Let's take about 2 more, whatever speed you're moving at. And I'm just gently squeezing this back glute here so that I don't, again, dump into my low back, but I keep that stability in my pelvis. Beautiful. Now from here, go ahead and take your leg out about 45 degrees or so. This will look different for all of us. And then shift your weight into that front leg. Push off that leg and then return to this upward position. So that's all we're doing. We are opening up these inner thighs and then shifting back up. When you're ready, I'm gonna add some arms. So I'm reaching down towards my bottom foot, and then I'm gonna reach up and away, really finding that length all the way up, up, up through my center. Beautiful. Take it down and reach. Let's keep this going. This is one of my favorite moves here. I love really pushing through that front foot and looking up and reaching. So in your menstrual phase, this is a perfect time for you to start to think about anything that is not serving you. It's a great time to get internal, start to reflect, and then release. So let's do 2 more here. On this next reach, let's really just get rid of anything that's not serving us here. Can you stretch a little bit farther? Reach it up, 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 and let that go. Amazing. I'm gonna turn back onto this side view here. So keeping that same leg that was just out to the back. Please lift up and through your abdominals and give that back glute a little squeeze here. Reach the opposite arm up. Now take an inhale, stretch through the abdominals, reaching the fingers to the front of the room, toes to the back. On the exhale, contract. Big exhale, round your spine, scoop in through your deep core. And then inhale and stretch. Whew, that always kind of flushes the body. I just felt that heat. Hopefully you're starting to feel that circulation. So we're really trying to contract. Intentionally round the spine, scoop and exhale through the core. And then inhale, find space. Let's do about 3 more. If this is too much, just focus on the lower body. Bring your arms wide. Let's take 2. And reach it up. Beautiful, 1 more. You're bending that knee, pulling up and in. And reach it out. Beautiful. Let's just hold here and stretch. Close your eyes with me. Pull up in your abs. Create space for 4. Breathe for 3. Square those hips off for 2. And 1. Beautiful, beautiful job. Go ahead and just meet me back down here. And go ahead and find a tall kneeling position. So I'll first show this to the side. You can open your knees a little bit wider. Be sure that you're not arching your back. So just finding that squeeze of the glutes. Let's bring our hands to our glutes. Sit back and inhale. And on your exhale, find that tall kneeling position. So again, as we're moving here today, we're finding gentle activation in your glutes. I'll turn back to you now. Gentle activation in your glutes and your hips and through your abs. So see if you can feel this with me. As I squeeze my glutes and I stand tall, a lot of length is being created through my hip flexors, through the front of my center. Take 2 more. Big exhale. Get it all out. 1 more big inhale. So just take a few more here. Finding that squeeze and lifting up and in through your core. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands down. And let's take our second leg forward, and you can open it up, keeping your knee in line with the second and third toe. And let's just start to move here. Finding those circles, any direction. You can let your foot lift off. Really just make this your own. And feel that fluidity with your breath, with your movement. within your hips. Beautiful. And when you're ready, just gently sneak that same leg to the front and press to the floor, lifting on up. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze your back glute, and let's begin this all on the second side. And let's reach up on that inhale and back on the exhale. And it's super small. You can always walk your leg out. And bring it back. Good. So as you're moving with me here on the second side, start to listen in. Start to really get connected with what your body is telling you. What is it asking for? Throughout this phase, there may be days where you feel that you don't really want to move and you just want to take a rest day. Listen to that. Let that happen. When you move with your menstrual cycle, you have the opportunity to really optimize your energy with the hormonal changes that happen. And in the menstrual phase, let's do one more. This is the time to keep it soft, keep it gentle. Let's take this leg out to the side. Find the squeeze of the glutes. Again, this will look different for everyone. You're gonna shift into this outside leg. I'm pushing into this front foot, and then I'm reaching up and away. Good, and I'll break that down. If you don't wanna do the arms yet, again, the weight shifts out, and then it shifts back. So just check in at home that your foot is not behind your knee, but I want your foot to be a little bit farther out so that there's a little bit more depth for you to just shift and open up into those hips. Let's take about 5 more or so, adding that reach, and really push up and away. Good, look down. It's like you're gonna pick something up and then flush it out, get rid of it. Whatever that is for you. Let's do 3. Feeling this all coming from your center. Ribs pulling up and away from your hips, 2. 1 more. And big reach. Beautiful. Go ahead and just turn back onto the shin and find this long spine for a moment. So just pulling up through your abdominals. First part, find that hover. Square the hips. Squeeze your back glutes, stretch out. Big inhale. Now on your exhale, feel the knee and the elbow coming together. The belly button scooping in, contract. Look towards your center. Hold for a moment. And reach. Keep this going. So it is like you are wringing out your body, wringing out any of that inflammation or bloating or water retention that you might be feeling. Can you squeeze a little bit more out and then find that stretch and inhale? Let's do maybe 5 or so, just keep it moving. Big exhale, look to your belly button. Again, if the arm is too much, just put 2 arms down. This is about moving through the core more than anything. Last 2. Big reach. 1 more with me. Can you really scoop it in? Exhale. And then inhale, find that length. Push the mat away. Close your eyes. Lift up in your abs, just hold. Hold and press for 5. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, gently come on down and take a tall seated position. Ooh, I am definitely feeling that circulation happening in my body here. So I'm gonna turn to the side. If you feel that you need to sit on something, you can grab a little pillow, roll up your mat. Please cross one leg over top here. So again, this will look different for everybody. What's important here is that you're really sitting on your sits bones. So those little bony prominences on the bottom of your pelvis. And then the spine is long. Now pull that top knee up towards your chest and give it a big squeeze. And then rotate the other way. Good. So now we're starting to really feel that rotation in the upper back. And then take it to the other wall. You can use your hands on the floor, on your legs, whatever helps you get into this a little bit more. But what's important is to find that length that you just found when you were holding your leg. And then as you spiral, take the rib cage around. So I'm really thinking about turning my ribs towards the wall behind me. Exhaling, wringing out the body. Again, kind of visualize it like it's a wet rag and just wringing out, releasing. Take it the other way. Beautiful. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and switch sides. So I'll just turn the other way so that you can see. But same thing here. And you might have one leg that you can cross and maybe one leg that you can't. Just start to notice how your body's feeling between your two sides. Go ahead and find your tall spine first, and then create length. Stretching out through the top of the head, and then on your exhale, take the gaze around. And take it the other way on your own time. Beautiful. So as you're doing this, and you're feeling that wringing out of your abdominals, continue to sit tall. The more rotation that you can find in your upper back, so that thoracic spine, mid-upper back area, the less tension you may be experiencing in your lower back. Beautiful. Finish off your last one with me here. And then meet me on the side of your mat. So we are just going to roll through our spine for a moment. So just scooch to the top of your space. And again, find your sits bones. So you might need to move the flesh out of the way. You should feel those bony prominences in the floor. And then take your hands behind you. And then find that contraction rolling off your tailbone. Exhale. And then roll up and forward. Pull your hands into the backs of your thighs. Open up that heart center. Breathe into your chest. And let's take about 3 more. So I'm really finding that hollowing. Do this with me. Exhale all of that air out. Inhale. Bring in some energy. Good. Big exhale on the contraction. Can you feel those deep, deep core muscles? Keep exhaling. Like you're blowing out a candle. One more inhale at the top. Lifting through the chest. Beautiful. Now on this next one, take your time. You can keep your hands behind your legs and just scoop through your core and gently roll down one vertebrae at a time. You can use your hands for support and just slowly make your way down into a wide X shape. So feel that expansive X shape in your body, reaching your arms and your legs in opposition. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, go ahead and just give yourself a big hug. Squeeze everything in, really squeeze. And then inhale, release. Exhale, scoop it in. We're gonna do one more here. Reach it out. Last one, go ahead and just give it a big squeeze. Nice, let's hold this squeeze and start to inhale, inhale, inhale. And when you're ready, exhale. Feel that release on the mat and just stay here for a moment, giving into gravity. You might feel a little tingling. Maybe you feel that blood flow. Just listen, breathe. Just stay here, allowing everything to release. Keep your breath flowing. And I will see you back at your next menstrual cycle workout for your follicular phase on MBG Moves.